Thanks everyone for coming. This is the third in a series of at least 8 Rails to Radio performances here in downtown, 2 harbors. And this is part of the Harbor Wave project, which is a larger project. You'll see little bits and pieces of it all through this section of downtown. Just watch for things like chalk art and the little parquet down at the other end by Louise's. So this is just a huge project, this Harbor Wave project. This Rails to Radio is actually just a small piece of it. You can watch this performance on the KTWH YouTube channel, as well as the other Rails to Radio performances. And that's enough of me, and I would very proudly like to present the Prince of Halo, the overpopulated one-man band here, and my friend Steve Solkela. Take it away, Steve.
It's an honor to be here. I love this town. So yeah, for those of you who've never seen me before, I'm Steve Solkela, one-man band. I try to do comedy music. I do some sad songs. I throw them in there to break up the funny songs. They make the funny songs even funnier. If I put that cymbal helmet on, you can probably count on it being a funny one. So let's go ahead and do that now. Alright, I wrote this one while going north on 53. Better than heaven, Minnesota. We got tons of mine pits northwest of Lake Superior. Temps are cold there, colder than my ex. I got myself a head cold, so I bought myself Kleenex. No found me on 53, home in Fable, that's where I will be. Minnesota, frozen tundra, take my home, northbound road. All my hobbies, they involve snow. I get up early and I watch the clouds go. It's negative 30. The wind froze my tears, but it's hurricanes and tsunamis that make up most of my fears. No found me on 53, downtown Halo, that's where I will be. Minnesota, frozen tundra, take me home, northbound road. I live here by choice and the locals are so friendly. Some strangers took me in and said, well, have a little lunch, cause my car broke down, my phone was dead. Those strangers made sure I was fed. Thanks a bunch, thanks a bunch. No found me on 53, home in Fable, that's where I will be. Minnesota, frozen tundra, take me home. Northbound road, yeah, take me home. Up northbound road, yeah, take me home. Up northbound road. I wrote this one while shingling a roof, actually. See, I don't pride myself on being too deep of a thinker. Try to keep pretty surface level when I can. But I was looking at a daisy while I was shingling a roof, and I'm just sitting there like, you lucky son of a... You don't have to work, sweat, you don't have to shingle a roof, you don't have to do anything. You just get to sit there, be a pretty little flower, and hot girls put you in their ear, and you get to be in music videos. Wow. But as the shift progressed, I thought, well, that's probably a little unfair. That a daisy can't enjoy life. It can't get up and walk around or have a gig or go to a movie or anything that I like to do. So I wrote this song called the Lazy Daisy Song about my thought process. There it is. lazy daisy standing in a field. No one knows the potential that you yield. You sway all day, relaxing in the pleasant breeze. My workload has brought me to my knees. I wish I was a lazy daisy soaking up the sun, never having to go to work and not always on the run. I wish that I could breathe a while and stress would melt away, and like the lazy daisy in the breeze, well, I would sway. Staying alive through photosynthesis, no one knows an easier life than this. But I've got legs I can wander, yes, I'm free. And maybe the daisy's the one that envies me. I wish that I was strolling with the lazy daisy up and down the street, with sights to see and places to be and new people to meet. I see the smiling faces with a new outlook on things, and walk and talk and finally notice the happiness life brings. If I could only uproot you, I can only imagine what you'd do. If I could replace your roots with feet, you'd be rolling and strolling down the street. Oh, I wish that I was strolling with the lazy daisy up and down the street, with sights to see and places to be and new people to meet. We'd see the smiling faces with a new outlook on things, and walk and talk and finally notice the happiness life brings. Thank you, guys. You ready? When I met you, baby, I was a blinded man. You made my life worth living. Girl, you made me what I am. You make the weak man strong and a blinded blind man see. So look for me, baby, what your love has done for me. And I'll say love is alright. It's alright. I'll say love, it's alright. Love is alright. Love is alright. Love is alright. Love is alright. In the morning, love is alright. In the evening, love is alright. Midnight on, hey, hey. Put you in a groove, put some music in your heart, and it makes you wanna move. It makes the weak man strong, and a blind man see. So look for me, baby, what your love has done for me. And I say love is alright, that it's alright. Say love. You might be wondering, how does something like this come into existence, right? Well, there's two stories. There's a true story and a BS story. This one's the BS story. I think it's a little more entertaining, so. Well, I was a lead singer in a band and singing was my pride. But that all changed, we became estranged when my poor accordionist died. Squeezebox man, he kicked the bucket, and I know it's sad but true. Due to the unseen circumstances, I play the accordion too. So things were fine most all the time. We did gigs without fail, till my bass player made the choice to jaywalk and ended up in jail. It's just me and the drummer now, our bass man had to go. So without a string to pluck, I play the bass line also. Then one day the drummer missed rehearsal and our future looked quite dim. I talked to his wife only to find aliens abducted him. But I'm out of limbs, you see I'm using both my hands and head. I need to hire a new drummer, but I'm poor, so I'll use my feet instead. And I'm a one-man band going at it alone. That's got a few instruments and a microphone. Sometimes I'm a lonely, emotional wreck, but hey, you know I hog the whole check. And I'm a one-man band doing all this at once. I'll hit home runs. He never bunts, but there's so much going on. I'm gonna get a concussion, but still I do all my own stunts. I'm a one-man band expressing myself. I do a whole lot more than just sing. The whole world's gonna know Steve Solkela is the king of multitasking. If it's a birthday, a wedding, festival, or a bar and you need entertainment, I'm it. Cause most folks are that tight-wadded and cheap, and R&2 isn't in the budget. Okay. That's a dumb little song I wrote called Lonely One-Man Band. I don't know how many of you like to dance, but here's a little waltz. Kasvoinei tu kaunoinen, isäsi majassa. Kuin kukka kaunis sulloinen, vihreillä nyrmältä. Kuin kukka kaunis sulloinen, vihreillä nyrmältä. Lapsi te saihan helmen, se leikit kanssani. Ja olit paras ystäväni ja ainoa illoni. Ja olit paras ystäväni ja ainoa illoni. Sitten vieroiti, pois meidät poitsistaan. Vaan sua armasi eti, mä muistan ainiaan. Vaan sua armasi eti, mä muistan ainiaan. Love it. Nice. I think over half of my band is held together with duct tape and prayers. But it's really tough to keep everything in place, you know. I always say there's a lot going on in this band. You should see my emotional baggage. People always give me free socks. And I've learned a valuable life lesson from this. Just because there's a hole through your sock so that you can play a cowbell with it, doesn't mean your sock is ruined. So don't ever let an injury prevent you from knowing how valuable you are. Alright, this one's about a guy who never leaves the house. Well, I was toting my pack along the dusty Winnemucca road, and along came a semi with a high canvas-covered load. If you're going to Winnemucca Mac, with me you can ride. So I climbed into the cab, and I settled down inside. He asked me if I'd seen a road with so much dust and sand, and I said, look here, bud, I traveled every road in this here land. I've been every way, man, I've been every way, man, and I crossed the desert, man, and I breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. I've been to Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Minnesota, Buffalo, Rondo, Windows, Sarasota, Wichita, Tulsa, Ottawa, Oklahoma, Tampa, Panama, Mattawa, Bango, Baltimore, Salvador, Amarillo, Tocqueville, Bearkiller, Ambadilla, I'm a killer. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man, and I crossed the desert, man, and I breathe mountain air, man. Travel, I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. Been to Boston, Charleston, Dayton, Louisiana, Washington, Houston, Kingston, Texarkana, Monterey, Faraday, Santa Fe, Tallapooza, Glen Rock, Black Rock, Little Tuscaloosa, Tennessee, Tennessee, Chicopee, Spear Lake, Grand Lake, Devil's Lake, Crater Lake, Repeat Lake. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man, and I cross the desert fair, man, and I breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. Louisville, Nashville, Knoxville, Lumber, Biggie, Sheffield, Jacksonville, Waterville, Costa Rica, Pittsfield, Springfield, Bakersfield, Shreveport, Hackensack, Cadillac, Fond du Lac, Downmore, Idaho, Jellicoe, Audonita, Alameda, Pasadena, Catalina. See what I mean, sir? I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. I crossed the desert, man, and I breathe the mountain air, man. Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. Pittsburgh, Parkersburg, Gathersburg, Colorado, Wellsburg, Rexburg, Vicksburg, Eldorado, Larimore, Admore, Arkansas, Chattanooga, Chaska, Nebraska, Alaska, Opelika, Baraboo, Waterloo, Kalamazoo, Kansas City, Sioux City, Cedar City, Dodge City, what a pity. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. I call the desert man, man, and I breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. Where's someplace you haven't been? I've been everywhere. God, I'm tired.
And Buell. Lieutenant Buell, where they have the best water.
Should I do that song? It's got a lot of innuendos in it. You sure? There's children around. Alright, your problem, not mine. Okay, yeah, most of the sexual innuendos go over your head, so it's alright. It's alright. The court has ruled okay to perform live to your ear. Alright, this is a song about, well, it's called Me and My Gal. I'll let you take it or leave it. I wrote this, no, never mind. I'm just gonna leave it all up to the air here. This one's totally inappropriate, and it's one of my faves. I bring my gal everywhere I go, and we're living life fast and we're living life slow. And I bring her to the movies and I bring her to the fair, and I show her on off to anyone I might care. Love holding my gal, oh so tight, early in the morning and late at night. I go through one almost every day, and the doctors say to live this way. And I take her to church and I take her to the gym. I'd forget her there on a whim. Forget her outside, she'll turn to ice. Bring her in the heat, that's sound advice. But she's kinda quiet, but I don't complain. But she gets a little jealous when I run through the rain. Brought a gal from me and a gal from a friend. But have a guy your own, I'll be happy to lend. I saw her first in the grocery store, and I had her once, had to have some more. So I emptied my wallet and brought her home. See another one soon. Now the houses I roamed, they were all lined up. I could have my pick. My hair was looking good and I felt so slick. Chose this gal, she was cool and nice, and she didn't cost much at a real low price. Haven't known my gal for too long, but I need her in my life. Why is that so wrong? She's exactly like all the other gals, and I confuse her with their pals. Although my gal's replaceable, and a lot of folks say, well, she's so dull. Having her around is important to me. I'll get another one tomorrow, who knows, we'll see. And I took my gal to a restaurant, and the waitress asked, what do I want? I think I'll start with a main course, please. A table for one, order into free. I love my gal more than just a smidge. I'm gonna take her home, keep her in the fridge. My dear old gal, she's super wet, and I'm so thankful that we met. My gal, she lives inside of me. If you wonder what percent, it's about 60. I haul her around in a plastic jug, and I like to get down going glug, glug, glug. I'm oh so glad that my gal, I bought her. If you didn't know now, she's a gallon jug of water. Oh, I like that one. In the lovely city of Buell, Minnesota, They gave me so much free merchandise for that. I made a music video of that. I don't know how many of y'all do the YouTube, but definitely check me out. I know my name's hard to spell. Solkela, like someone who kills souls. Solkela. If you need more help spelling it, I'll help you with this song. I find myself saying this way more than any adult man ever should, but where's my helmet? Okay, I wrote this song, it came to me in a dream, and I woke up and I was like, I gotta write that music down. This is a song about a guy who's got it all. Full gig schedule, girls, mansions, it's great. Then he wakes up, realizes he lives in a storage unit, has no gigs and no girls. But this is an opera, not about me. I long to live a life of fame where everybody knows my name. My life is harder than it may seem. I wish the crowd loved me always, like all my gigs were holidays. I'll live that life if only in a dream. Hurry, 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 so glad breaking in the song. And if we hurry, 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 then we can go ahead and sing along. I see him every day walking down the street with 100 girls right behind him, filled with music from his head to his feet. And hear him sing, it will blow your mind. With his one-man band, I'm his #1 fan, and he's a really swell fella. Throughout all the land, he's a music man. It's Steve Solkela. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, hurry, 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 hurry. Solkela's breaking into song. And if we hurry, 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 then we can go ahead and sing along. That's enough of that one. Alright, let's slow it down a little one. I don't know, this one, I think it needs a little bit of something else, like some audience sing-along, perhaps. The night is gone, the land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid, no, I won't be afraid, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Won't you stand by me? When the skies they will look upon should crumble and fall, and the mountains should crumble to the sea. I won't cry, no, I won't cry, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me, oh, stand by me. Won't you stand by me? say, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me. That's so cool, you guys just got helicopters flying around your town. You guys take that for granted? That's so cool. That's, whenever you see that in Palo, you know someone died. Yeah, that got really dark. Yeah, why do they let me talk in between songs, huh? Yeah. That's probably one of my favorite quotes. When words fail, music speaks. As far as when I was a young kid, everyone always wanted to wonder what I was thinking. I was always a little bit of an odd duck, often a different baseball field, right? I remember one parrot would always say, "Where do you go when you're gone?" You know, you're still in the room, you're right there with all the other kids, but you're like looking at the ceiling and envisioning like a bacterial colony of microscopic organisms trying to catch up to humanity in their own pace. Or I look out the window and, you know, in my mind there's T-Rexes terrorizing the playground of kids. You know, being creative is a blessing and a curse. I have a hard time remembering names, too. One girl kept shushing me, and she was Italian, so her name forever in my mind is Baked Ziti. The Italians go zit instead of sh. They go zit, zit, zit. So she's Baked Ziti forever now, that poor girl. One dude, I can't remember his name, but I met him, he was wearing a leather jacket, so for the rest of his life, probably his high school career, he was known as the Grease soundtrack. So, I hope I didn't ruin his life, but yeah, I'll try again in college, young man. Whew. Alright, I wrote this next one in calculus class. Well, the other day a friend told me accordion is a great art, and that I play it well so it compensates for me not being too smart. So I'll sit in class and strain my brain and get the problems wrong. The pain goes away when I pick up my squeeze box and put it down in song. 'Cause I was not my high school's valedictorian, I was just an average fella that played the accordion. Yeah. And I'm not too rich, don't drive no DeLorean, just an average fella that played the accordion, yeah. And I remember the day that I bombed a test after I hit my head. And I couldn't think, so I went and played my accordion instead. 'Cause I was not the high school's valedictorian, I was just an average fella that played the accordion, yeah. Now my Atlanta, here's the chorus again from the happy fella that plays the accordion, yeah. And I never was a hit with the girls during my days at school, till I showed up one day with a squeeze box to play. Now all the ladies drool, 'cause I was not my high school's valedictorian. Days you're a nerd or jock and they sort you out mighty quick. But that wasn't for me now, I went undrafted, so I started up my own clique. Valedictorian, I was just an average fella that played the accordion, yeah. And I'm not too rich, don't have no DeLorean, just an average fella that played the accordion, yeah. And as my classmates and myself, we neared our graduation, I think that I was the only kid wasn't staring into frustration. Run around like chickens with their heads cut off and stress about their good grades. But I thought it was far more magical to take music off the page. 'Cause I was not my high school's valedictorian, I was just an average fella that played the accordion. Yeah! And I'm not too rich, don't ride no DeLorean, just an average fella that played the accordion, yeah. And with my got no honorable mention, but at least I had the kids all dancing to a polka in detention. Woo. Oh, good times, good times. I'll never forget the one. I was pretty close to the valedictorian, and he loved that song. And I'd always tell him, I says, "You better count your blessings, Wyatt. I'm gunning for you. That GPA of yours, slippery slope, man. One day you're looking at my grade like it's stable, but next match, hit him with a left-right, boom, 4.1. I don't know, I'm bad at math. Watch out." And one time he told me that I don't think you could get an A if you tried, so I got like 3 A's in a row, never again. Gotta call him out, never again. Yeah, it was good. It's good stuff, good stuff. It's cutting into my rehearsal time, Teach. I gotta go. Well, it's been a good existence. I started playing the accordion in 10th grade, and I found a CD yesterday. It was in my mom's van, actually, because my van went kaput, so I've been borrowing my mom's van for, I had, I think, 9 gigs in 3 days, so I'm like, "Hey, Ma, can I borrow a vehicle? I don't have time to go buy a new one until probably July 19th, probably. I got gig schedule steady, so make sure you tip and buy t-shirts, because we're looking for a new vehicle." And I found one of my CDs from 2014, the first ever CD I ever made. So I plopped it in. My mom has a CD player in there, man. And I was like, this sucks. This really sucks. Wow. Oh, yeah, you know, you make progress over a long time. But it's still cool to see what Steve was up to back in 2014. That kid, whoa, weird guy. He's kept to our motto straight. I've had the same motto since then. Be as weird as possible till you're famous. And don't stop. Don't stop. Keep her going. Keep her going. Okay, this one's for the ladies. Little Jim Croce. Well, I know it's kinda late. I hope I didn't wake you. There's something that I just gotta say. I hope you'd understand. But every time I tried to tell you, all the words just came out wrong. So I have to say I love you in a song. And I know it's kinda strange, but every time I'm near you, I just run out of things to say. I know you'd understand. But every time the time felt right, all the words just came out wrong. So I have to say I love you in a song. The time was right, all the words just came out wrong. So I have to say I love you in a song. Of course, I'm all about equality, you know, so this next one's for the men. Some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. You load 16 tons and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Saying, Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine. I loaded 16 tons of hematite ore, and the Oliver boss said, now 10 tons more. You load 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Saying, Peter, don't you call me, because I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. one morning it was drizzling rain. Fighting in trouble on my middle name. I was raised next king, big lion, old mama lion king. I told a woman, make me walk the line. You load 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Saying to beat it, don't you call me because I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. If you see me coming, better step aside. A lot of men didn't, a lot of men died. One fist of iron and the other of steel. And if my right one don't get you, then the left one will. You load 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me because I can't go. I to the company store. Woo! It's a hot day out here. I can't imagine how it is to be doing nothing in the sun. That's probably almost as bad as one-man banding in the shade. This next one's called Minnesota Swamps. It's a parody of Oklahoma Hills. I'm a Minnesotan through and through. Make music is what I do. In the Minnesota swamps where I was born. Although I travel all around, my roots are planted in the ground. On the dear old Iron Range where I was born. Way up north in Minnesota, if you haven't heard of it now, I told you the dear old Iron Range where I was born. Way up north in Minnesota, if you haven't heard of it now, I told you the dear old Iron Range where I was born. We got deep iron ore mines, we got a lot of whites and Norway pines on the dear old Iron Range where I was born. We got tons of Swedes and Finns and way too many Norwegians on the dear old Iron Range where I was born. Way up north in Minnesota, you haven't heard of it now, I told you the dear old Iron Range where I was born. Way up north in Minnesota, you haven't heard of it now, I told you the dear old Iron Range where I was born. Thank you. Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. I rose above the noise and confusion to get a glimpse beyond its illusion. I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high. Though my eyes could see, I still was a blind man. Though my mind could think, I still was a madman. I hear the voices when I'm dreaming, and I can hear them say, carry on my wayward son. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. charade is the event of the season. And if I claim to be a wise man, surely means I don't know. On a stormy sea to move in emotion, pass about 'em like a ship on the ocean. Still sail for winds of fortune, but I hear the voices say, carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Take a weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Go! Carry on, you will always remember. Carry on, nothing equals the splendor. Now your life's no longer empty. Surely heaven waits for you. Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be pizza when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Nice. Oh man, I'm exhausted. What's up? So yeah, on Wednesday I ran a 5K and that was all that happened. No, I attempted to break the world record of running a 5K while playing an accordion without stopping. I came nowhere near the record, but I finished the 5K, and for a guy who did absolutely no training physically for it, well, I run every now and then, but never with an accordion. I went into that, got interviewed a little bit, and said, I am comically over-prepared musically for this, but physically not so much, yeah. I found out that playing the accordion while running is so much harder than I thought it would be. I figured if I just get my stride right and I, kind of do the quarter notes, and I only do songs that are in the 120 tempo that are kind of, the runner's pace, that'd be good. Nope. It was misery. And if I do it again, I'm going to hate myself. I'm probably going to do it again. That guy is so cocky when he's not doing the stunt, I've done a lot of stunts in my time. A lot of them are on that YouTube channel. I hate to shamelessly promote again, but get on my YouTube channel so that I can get revenue from the ads and stuff. So suffer through the ad. Anyway, I've done cut holes in the ice and swam from one to the other. I play accordion on stilts and stuff. Yeah, man. I want to be famous. I'm going to quit sugarcoating that. Jeez. Alright. Tangent there. No, that's too hard. I have my gig schedule is too booked. I got too many gigs to. Because you need like 3 or 4 months free just to give up. Yeah, people kind of got a disillusion in their mind on how to get famous. It's not just show up and waltz on in there and show them that you can do something that I've never seen another person on the planet do. It's you wait at a community center in a line full of 4,000 people. Then you get in there for 5 seconds, and they say, oh, you hauled in all your equipment here for no reason, Theo, I didn't have time to see you, so no, I'm not going to do those dumb shows. But, yeah, I know so many people that have tried, and it's always, you're in line all day, and I got too many gigs to do the hopeful thing, The only way to get famous in my mind is to, I guess, have 32 gigs a month like I'm doing, which... yeah, it's less romanticized and more real, and that's what my music is. Some things got a comedy, it's mostly comedy, but it's always got some type of serious intrinsic undertone to it, and yeah, I think, the really intellectually intelligent people love my music, because it's so deep, it's like there's 2 songs at one time. But the dumb people love it even more, because it's pretty good on the face value, too. I wrote this other one in calculus class as well. This one's called the Spacing Out Polka. Raise your hand if you got a problem spacing out. What are you guys raising your hands for again? Well, I was going about my day in the usual way. Work had me up to the brim in stress. And there was no negotiation. I had to fill expectations. Seeing work, it's hard to admit that I am blessed. And then the boss came in the door and he smiled no more when he asked me, well, Stephen, how's your day? But my brain had turned to mush from the midday lunch rush, and I couldn't think of any words to say. Huh? So I said, shloobly bally billy bally really dilly whoa whoa. Shloobly bally billy bally really dilly whoa. Shloobly bally billy bally really dilly whoa whoa. Shloobly bally bibbidi babble. I was in my math class and I doubted I would pass, and I was spacing out hardcore. I listened from my desk, but I couldn't pass the test because, see, math, it was just such a bore, such a bore. So it did seem that I was midday dream, and the teacher called me, but I didn't hear him. And then he put me on the spot, and the question that I got was to explain Pythagorean's theorem. What? Well, I said, shooty belly billy belly dilly whoa, shooty belly billy belly dilly whoa, shooty belly billy belly dilly whoa, shooty babbity bibbity babble. My mind started to falter as I was standing at the altar, spacing out, holding hands with my bride. I listened to the pastor, but my brain couldn't go no faster. I couldn't help but see my brain, it was fried. And as he read from the scripture, my brain was a blank picture as he mentioned, I don't know, something about my life. And then as I came back to earth, the line that I did not rehearse, do you take this gal to be your wife? Huh? Well, I said, shooty billy 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 dilly whoa, shooty billy billy really dilly whoa, shooty billy 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 really dilly whoa, shooty billy billy babble. I didn't choose to live this way, but I still hear people say in my brain there's less than nothing. And these events listed, they were events that did occur in my life since my 9th concussion. People think that it's wrong that I always sing this song when all the thoughts just simply leave my mind. So I sing it every day when my logic goes away, and hey, it's fun, so sing it with me this time. And we said, shloobity bally billy bally really dilly whoa, shloobity bally billy bally really dilly whoa, shloobity bally billy bally really dilly whoa, shloobity babbity bibbity ba-bo. Nice! That song's a huge hit in the countries where they don't speak English. Which I don't, yeah, there's ways to see on the internet now the analytics of which country has downloaded your songs on the iTunes and the Spotify and all that, and I'm all over all that nonsense, but yeah, US is one, of course, and then Finland is second, and then it's Canada, and then Mexico, and believe it or not, yeah, a whole bunch of European countries, but there's like Uzbekistan and Turkey and Pakistan and a whole bunch of countries that I don't know anybody there. So I don't know what's going on there, but apparently my music is a hit places, so I don't know what's wrong with them either. Okay. Yeah, I try not to brag, but I tried to be humble too, and I didn't get no gigs, so. This one I wrote about death. Anybody a Finlander out there? You taking your pills for it? No, I was kidding. I'm a Finlander too, so. This one's called If Heaven Don't Have Saunas, I Don't Wanna Go. Well, if I died tomorrow, do you know where I'd go? Would it be quick and painless? Would it hurt and be slow? When I'm at that golden gate, St. Peter greet me with a nod. But hold up before you open it, there's one thing I gotta say to you, God. If heaven don't have saunas, I don't wanna go. I'm content here on the iron range, yeah, don't you know? Heaven sounds amazing, but I don't eat a lot. Just answer me a question, what does heaven got that Minnesota ain't got? You know when I'm in the sauna, it's 100 degrees. And I know what you're thinking, well, geez Louise. And I know at that temperature not the healthiest, but it's impressive cause you know that I'm in Celsius. Said if heaven up saunas, I don't wanna go. Content here on the iron range, yeah, don't you know? Heaven sounds amazing, but I don't need a lot. answer me a question, what does heaven got that Minnesota ain't got? Oh, how I wanna be in the sauna right now. If you say sauna, I'ma hit you with a cedar bow. Now when I get to heaven, you know, I'll find it funny, but in the sauna, I give Satan a run for his money. And if heaven don't have saunas, I don't wanna go. I'm content here on the Iron Range, yeah, don't you know? Heaven sounds amazing, but I don't need a lie. Just answer me a question, what does heaven got that Minnesota ain't got? Forgot about that. Woo! You know, when a lot of people look at me at first, they go, oh, a buff, tough guy grew up on a farm. Yeah, he must be dangerous and tough and stuff. All that's true, but you may also not notice that I'm a huge Dolly Parton fan. Because Dolly, she's just a blessing to the world. She's got a buddy system in her hometown where when you go into high school, you pick a buddy. If you both graduate high school, then you get $500 from Dolly Parton. Only if you both, it's a way to hold each other accountable. She like single-handedly helped that graduation rate in her school, and she's done so much donating and stuff for the free libraries all over the world, and Tennessee as well especially. And yeah, I'm just a big Dolly fan, so forgive me for giving you a flowery song next, but here you go. If I should stay, I would only be in your way, and so I'll go, and yet I know that I'll think of you each step of the way, and I will always love you. Bittersweet memories, that's all I am taking with me. Goodbye, please don't cry, 'cause we both know that I'm not what you need, and I will always love you. Life treats you kind, and I hope that you have all that you ever dreamed of, and I wish you joy and happiness, but above all of this I wish you love, and I yeah, that's a good one.
Can you tell the folks that they come back at this time next week and see Adam Moe at the Coca-Cola Wall?
What time is it? 2 o'clock?
2 o'clock?
Okay, I forgot when I started.
Friday.
Adam Moe, 2 o'clock Friday.
Yeah.
Adam Moe, 2 o'clock Friday. Wait for the helicopter.
And then 5 o'clock Friday, Gina Lee, down here at Department.
Adam Lee, Gina Moe.
Yeah, exactly.
Adam Moe, Gina.
Gina Lee, 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock Friday. Pop-ups.
Adam Moe, 2, Gina Lee, 5. Oh man.
Exactly.
Kim, this is a tall order for a blonde dude, boss.
How about if Joe stands over there and you sing happy birthday?
Yeah, we definitely got to do that.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to take off.
Yeet. So good to see you.
Thank you. Yes, awesome.
We'll see you again.
Happy birthday too, right?
Find me online if you feel like it. Oh, you're sweet. Aw.
I usually go stand over there.
You know Corey
Want me to
Novi?
stand over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm his sister's mother-in-law.
Yes, he
Yeah.
probably would have came today, but I didn't tell him I was going to be in town.
You didn't? Oh, bummer. Okay,
He
well.
messaged Facebook right away, said he was in Two Harbors, but was headed home, so...
Oh, no, he showed me your videos initially. That's how he knew it. So,
I love that
We grew
guy.
up here on the shore, too, so, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
in the cities now, but I'll tell him I saw you.
That's awesome,
So,
yeah.
No, you're great. It's-
Here, I better do this advertisement quick. I don't think the show's over. I think that was just that song was so much passion, you know. Everyone, we needed to just pause and reflect upon how much energy and emotion that dude put into one song. God, I do love Dolly, though.
Let's sing happy birthday to our video producer.
I will do
And
that.
it's Steve Solkela.
Ready? All right, everybody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Josie. Happy birthday to you. Wow! Way to age. That's awesome.
All right.
36, right?
Yep. Nope, 39.
Ah, 39. Good.